Rosny, I have something to ask you. I looked up at the tall insectoid as I heard one of his better mispronunciations of my name. Yeah? What's that? Why aren't you using the translator? Because there isn't a word in our language for what I heard. This time he did use it, and I had to adjust to hearing his computerized voice being directed straight to my brain. There were some other humans on the medical platform, and I overheard one of them say something strange. Okay. I was getting used to interactions like this. Kobo was new to the cruiser, and most forms of interspecies contact as a whole. Since we shared living quarters, he frequently came to me with his questions about humanity, and usually sounded like he was trying to mug me in the process. So, he was doing his best to speak his own English again. What is a sleep T-mom? It took me a second to work through his question. His species' inability to make certain consonant sounds always made speaking with them interesting, and usually hilarious. You mean a sleep paralysis demon? Yes, that. He was back on the translator. Oh boy. You got some time to kill? I immediately regretted using the expression, but Kobo just shook various plates of his chitin to signal disagreement. Cool, well, I guess you'll need some context for this. I closed out of what I was reading on my tablet and pushed it to the side. A long time ago, we figured out how to do something we called lucid dreaming. Basically, imagine that dimension the Cartol go to when they meditate with those computers on their faces. Humans are capable of entering the ether as well. Some of us can, yeah, except we don't have machines to help us, so it's hard to do. There's a few ways people have figured out to make it work. Each technique aims to do the same thing though. We make our body fall asleep while our brain stays awake. While we're dreaming, we're still in complete control, so we can do whatever we want. Impressive. Do you use it for combat training like the Cartol do as well? Not really, but I'm sure someone out there is hardcore enough. Then why? Why not? We live our lives with an insane number of limitations. In our dreams, there aren't any limits. You haven't mentioned what I asked about. You're right. Okay, well, there aren't any limits if and when we manage to lucid dream. The problem is actually making it happen. I'm not an authority on this myself. I only tried a little bit when I was younger. What I learned I had to do was systematically turn my senses off, laying completely still, regulating my breathing, closing my eyes, essentially making my brain think my body is asleep. And? It worked. I got it to happen a few times, had some real fun in there. Did you stop because, yeah. I paused as the memory hit me. We need to be careful when we want to lucid dream. If we run through the steps too quickly or mess one of them up, we enter what's called sleep paralysis. It's almost the exact same as lucid dreaming. The body is asleep while the brain is awake, but now certain senses are still running too. I took another break to read his body. Everything was screaming curiosity. That freaks our brain out. It knows something is wrong, but not what. When we don't know what a problem is or how to fix it, that pisses us off and scares us. Now imagine that power I described, but with fear as its driving force. What? This was a moment of confusion before his appendages pulled themselves into his exoskeleton. Why would you do anything with that as a risk of failure? High risk, high reward, Kobo. Simple as that. The one time I fell into sleep paralysis was the last time I tried to lucid dream. I'd already closed my eyes, so I couldn't see anything. I was stuck to my bed when I felt something grab my arm. It pulled me slowly to the edge of my bed. I felt myself fall on the clothes I'd worn that day. I felt the change in flooring as it dragged me through my bedroom door into a hallway. I felt myself get dragged through. All the things I knew were on the floor. Honestly, our memory is incredible sometimes. When did you break free? It didn't take long, but it felt like forever while it was happening. The thing moved so slowly while it was dragging me. But nothing was dragging you. Technically, no. But after going through what I did, I say there was.